You've been focused on Musk all morning long.
That's more big issue for me because there's a guy there's a very powerful judge, Judge Nathan, that he's in front of. We don't talk about it enough, and I don't mean to be so, it's
we're talking about serious issues. We're talking about contempt.
But you want to have, there's Bezos and 200 Gs that went to get bad pictures. And then there's a guy who basically just said, you know what, I don't really care about the agreement that my company made with the S.E.C. I don't care about anything. Now, in a December, really incredibly trenchant interview with 60 Minutes, he said, what I do care about is the judiciary. I don't care about the S.E.C. Well, he's in front of Judge Nathan. Judge Nathan is going to be tough as nails. She's faced with only a couple ways to do it. She either has to get rid of him because of what he did, saying, listen, that my whole policy doesn't mean, there is no policy that I agreed to, or she has to put a special master in, or she basically has to say, tweet gag order. Now, I mean, I think there's two people who feel like they can tweet all they want. One of them does have he's commander-in-chief. He's harder to rein in. And then there's this guy. He's not commander of anything.
What do you think, what kind of precedent would that set if you literally told a CEO you cannot communicate on this platform?
I think she's stuck. What is she going to do?
Yeah.
I mean, she's a distinguished jurist. The whole S.E.C., which people have not read, the 17-page brief, is about how it's no longer me versus the S.E.C. It's no longer Musk versus the S.E.C. It's Musk versus you, Your Honor. And, Your Honor, you agreed to this thing. It is your settlement. You tell us what to do. We can't rein him in. His lawyers can't rein him in. Nobody can rein him in. You do something. Now, she can look the other way, but, boy, the judiciary hates perjury and they hate contempt. Because those are the only things that they have in their arsenal to be able to maintain order in our country. I think you got to look for something that could be a bolt of lightning here, and that people aren't focused on. They're focused on certain parts of Bezos' anatomy, of which I really don't have all of that interesting, but perhaps others do. And then they should be focused on this contempt and what it means to be able to make it so it's Nathan, Judge Nathan, versus Musk, not the S.E.C. He has total contempt for the S.E.C. The S.E.C. says, listen, he has total contempt of you, Your Honor. When are you going to step up? When are you going to do something? And what can she do? But she can't fine him. That didn't work. Yeah. She has, he didn't ever call his lawyers. There's a 715 tweet which just says, hey, we're going to do 500,000. You know what they appended in that thing? People have to recognize it. They appended a Wedbush piece and a Deutsche Bank piece, both saying, listen, production rate is what matters. Basically, if he does 500,000, buy the stock for his fortune. That's what he was doing. He was basically telling the court, hey, listen, it's my First Amendment right. There's no First Amendment whatsoever. He waived it with the contempt settlement.
Sure. Regarding the tweet that Jim's referencing about production, the S.E.C. says, quote, Musk's contention that the potential size of a car company's production for the year could not reasonably be material borders on the ridiculous.
I love that. That is basically legalese for this guy is a total clown, and you got to elevate it to criminal if you have to get rid of this guy.
There's been some discussion of how the stock's traded lately, meaning it's no longer a stock where they set a benchmark, market doesn't care if it's reasonable, it trades up. I mean, 300's getting farther and farther away.
And I think it's because of this. I think that people are ignoring what's going on right now in front of that bench.
You don't think it's about margins, deliveries, cancellations, deposits?
Musk has backed this judge into a corner. This judge either has to get rid of him or say that the S.E.C. is wrong. She will not side with the S.E.C. because it's really her. Like, Musk has made a fool of Judge Nathan. That's who he's made a fool. Judge Nathan, who would, she is an Obama appointee who stands for the bench, and he's basically saying, you're a clown, Your Honor. You don't, we do it every way. I mean, one of the things that's amazing is what he did was he's saying in his brief, hey, listen, I reserve the right to say whatever the heck I want, and if it turns out I get it wrong, I'll correct it. And it's S.E.C. saying there's 25 million followers taking action on this, but more importantly, Your Honor, you told him that he has to get pre-approval. He doesn't care. There were 20 tweets he didn't get pre-approval. The whole process is corrupt. The board's a sham. His lawyers are a sham. Yeah. She should hold his lawyers.
So you're siding with the bench here, or what we think they may say.
I'm pro-federal court. I mean, I don't even know what to. He has really said, Judge Nathan, you know what? You're just part of them. I don't like process. I am above the law. If I want to tweet right now that it's fake news, what you're doing, I am as powerful as the President of the United States. I don't know, does he have more followers?
No.
Who has more followers?
Half as many followers.
Okay, so he's only half as powerful. Yeah. But, I think that people must recognize right now, there is a judge trying to figure out right now, do I kick this guy out of this company? He's made a fool of me. And
would that make you
that's why the stock
want to own the stock less, more, indifferent? You've been agnostic on the stock for a long time.
I mean, I thought he does 400,000 cars and it's darn good. I mean, he's doing better than Ford. But the problem is he can't keep his darn Twitter mouth shut. And I think that the SEC has said, look, Your Honor, we can't control him. His lawyers can't. The board is a sham. I mean, the board's a sham. He's running this company. He does whatever he wants. And now he has said to you, Your Honor, I don't even care what you say. You're just another one of them. Like, the institution must be preserved. There is a process. So that stock, people have to recognize that the reason why that stock's going down is there are smart people who are looking at the situation saying, you see all those people up there? That may be some sort of class reunion of the class of rich people. It doesn't mean anything. It's a rich union high. And they're irrelevant because he basically says, I'll tweet what I want and then I'll get back to you. If it turns, the lawyers, like in the brief, it's like the lawyers said, oh my God, we're going to lose our jobs. We're going to be held in contempt. Yeah. It's funny because he's basically saying, even Ellison? Larry Ellison's more powerful than anyone.
No wallflower, that's true.
I mean, he owns like a lot of, I went to his island in Hawaii. There's like 1 million people there.